Hello and welcome or welcome back to this channel. My name is Sarah. In this video, I would like to talk to you about my fall sewing plans and one knitting project that I have already started and that I would like to complete during this season or in the next 6 months because I knit very slowly. It is now mid-September and it takes me a little while to get into the fall season, so I did have to wait until the weather started cooling down to get these ideas. I wrote this episode, or what I wanted to talk about, weeks ago, but it really doesn't finalize in my head what I really want to make, and the motivation doesn't come until I'm actually in fall, so this video might be a bit delayed, but hopefully it will inspire you or give you project ideas too. This fall, I would like to focus on softer colors. So in previous seasons or previous years, I was exploring with more reds, burgundies, and blacks, such as this dress that I'm wearing. I made it back in 2018, I think. It's the By Hand London Orsala dress, and I loved exploring those colors. I wanted to see if I could wear them and incorporate them into my wardrobe, and I can, but I find that they can be somewhat harsh, especially the color black. I have a lot of black in my wardrobe, and I would like softer colors, so a little bit more greens and purples and a little bit less bright. I have also decided to keep the amount of projects down to a reasonable amount because I do have a big event coming up in the fall. I am going to be traveling to see my friends and family in the US at the end of October to mid-November, and it's exciting because I will be visiting both coasts, so where I grew up in New England with childhood friends and their families on the East Coast, and then we will be traveling to the West Coast to go see my family because my parents moved to California, to Southern California in 2018. And so I will be packing and planning for two radically different fall seasons. So much colder than where I am now on the East Coast, and then much warmer and almost like a second summer in Southern California. So I'm excited. But that means that I have a lot less time to sew if I want to get these done before that trip, because I know that leading right up to it and then afterwards I'm going to be kind of tired and probably not sewing very much, and then it's the holiday season, etc. And so I've kept it down to a reasonable amount. And then this fall, my third objective is to focus on layers, and especially cardigans, because I love wearing cardigans. It means that I can keep wearing my dresses and just layer something over it, or a high-waisted pant or skirt. I don't really wear sweaters, and I would like to get more into sweater wearing, but for now, my wardrobe needs cardigans. And with that, my first project I'd like to sew is a Paper Cut Patterns Capelia wrap with this very light, stretchy, rib knit wool fabric that I found from the Fabric Sales, which is a store based in Belgium. And I actually found this store thanks to Lisa from And So On. She posted about it on Instagram, and I had no idea that this existed. And so thank you, Lisa, and I will link her channel here below if you'd like to check her out. So this store sells dead stock fabrics, which is leftover fabrics from fashion lines. So it's exciting because you can find lots of really unique fabrics that way, and it's a little bit more eco-conscious, which is something I like. But yeah, they have a lot of interesting fabrics, and I will link them below as well. So this is a very, very light wool knit. It's very, very stretchy and see-through, as you can see. It's got lots and lots of stretch to it. And I'd like to make the Capelia cardigan. I've made this cardigan once or twice before, and my last version was in a very slinky pink viscose knit from Minerva for a project for their website, which I will also link if you'd like to check that out in detail. And I use it as a ballet warm-up wrap that I wear while I'm warming up during ballet class and then take off when I get warm enough my muscles are nice and warmed up. And to be honest, I haven't done any sports or anything since I got married in May, because leading up to the wedding I was making my wedding dress and it was intense. And then afterwards I was exhausted, so I decided to take the summer off. But now I'd like to get back into some kind of physical activity, and ballet is my favorite, and so I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of going to ballet class at least once a week, and I'm hoping that this will motivate me. The only thing I'm concerned about is that because it's wool, it's hand wash only, and so I'm thinking if I'm wearing it to ballet class, it's going to get sweaty, and I'm wondering if it's going to be easy or not so easy to wash. But we'll see. And wool doesn't trap odors like polyester, for example, would, and so maybe it'll be okay, but I will see. Maybe I'll just wear it, you know, around the house and not for ballet, but I think it'd be really, really nice in this. And I think I might have enough to get a slinky t-shirt out of it too. I have, I think, a meter or a meter and a half, and yeah, this would be really nice for a slouchy tee. The second project I'd like to work on is actually with fabric that I do not yet have because it is currently in transit. It's going to be delivered soon, and so I will insert pictures and video of the fabric when I have it in the future. So the fabric I would like to use is a double-sided knit polyester and viscose blend with a good amount of elasticity, and it's in this petrol green color is what it was called, and I got it from Hemmers. I don't know how to say it in German, but it's a German fabric shop that I like to shop from sometimes, and they had this really lovely fabric, and I would like to make a Helen's Closet Blackwood cardigan. I've made this once or twice before as well, and I really love this cardigan. I always make the high hip version with the long sleeves, and it layers so well over so many garments. I have it in a dark raspberry color that I wear all the time, but as I'd like to have more softer colors, because the dark raspberry color is lovely, but I think it is a little bit too harsh for me some days. Sometimes my moods are a little bit softer. And so I would like to make it in this green color. I think that'd be really beautiful. And it's a really easy, quick sew, and so I know that I'll be able to get something out of it pretty quickly. I love Helen's Closet patterns, and I think that it's going to be a very satisfying sew, so I'm very excited to work on that. The next project is in the same fabric, but in a different color. I bought both colors because I just really liked this knit from what it looked like online, and it is in a heathery purple color, and I'd like to make another cardigan with it. So I'd like to try my hand at making another Jenicardi from Muse Patterns, and it's a pattern that I made a long time ago in the high-waisted 3/4 sleeve version in a light pink, like a cloudy knit pink. And it's lovely. I wear it all the time. It's very, very convenient because I wear a lot of high-waisted skirts, for example, and I'd like to make it in this heathery purple color. I think that'd be really pretty. I'm thinking I'll make that one, but if I don't make that cardigan, I'll probably make another cardigan, maybe another Blackwood cardigan, because I love it. But I think it'll be a lovely layering piece, and I really like this color as well. I don't have a whole lot of clothes in this color, and I think it'll correspond with a lot of the pieces in my wardrobe. The next and most ambitious project that I would like to get done before our trip to the United States is another pair of jeans. So I would like to make the Helen's Closet Book jeans. As soon as it came out a few months ago, I thought, ooh, I would really like to try making that. I've only made one pair of jeans before. It's the Closet Core Patterns Ginger jeans in the high-waisted cut. And previously, I've always worn stretch jean fabric, and so this will be the first non-stretch jean fabric I've ever worked with and worn in a long time. To be honest, I don't understand fabric weight when it comes to jeans yet, and so I purchased the exact same jean fabric that is in the sample photo from Blackbird Fabrics, and I had it delivered to my sister in Reno before the wedding, and she brought it to me when she came for the wedding back in May. And so this fabric was a special delivery and has been waiting ever since I got it in May. And it's not a very autumnal color. It's this really beautiful pale blue speckle grayish color. And I've been wanting a lighter wash denim for a long time because my Closet Core Pattern jeans are a dark navy color. And I'm a little bit nervous because pants are difficult to make and I don't make them very often. I find that figuring out the rise and the fit are very difficult, and so I will definitely be making a muslin for this one and checking the fit before I cut into my precious fabric. I also purchased the denim kit from Blackbird Fabrics in this navy and nickel combination because this too, the hardware just boggles my mind. I don't know where to find it yet, and I figured it'd be good quality if I bought it from Blackbird Fabrics because I trust Blackbird Fabrics and they always have great fabrics and great accessories that work, that are good quality, and so I know that this will work for this project and I am excited. The next two projects are upcycling projects that I'd like to get to, and you may recognize this slip dress that I showed you back in the wintertime when I was thinking of styling this dress. And I actually haven't put this on since I made that video, so I think it's time. I've had this in my closet for at least 2 years and I just don't wear it. It's just not practical. I think that slip dresses just don't correspond to what I enjoy wearing. There's something about the slouchy shape on top and the way it sort of skims and emphasizes my tummy that I don't like. And so I would like to, if I can, convert this into a skirt. So I'm thinking of cutting it here where it falls a little bit above my natural waist, and then using the extra fabric up here in the top to create a waistband. That way I can wear it, because this fabric is just so lovely. It's so soft. It does have a beige background, which makes it a little bit more not really corresponding to what I want next to my face, which is another reason why I don't think I wear this dress very often. But yeah, I think as a skirt it would be lovely, and I think that the light weight will be great for this September weather we're having, which is pretty warm in the afternoons, like 75, 80 in the afternoons, so not too hot, and then great for California as well. My second upcycling project is exactly the same thing. I have this slip dress that I made in a bias cut black silk many years ago, I think back in 2019, and I just don't wear it. The same thing, I don't really like the way it feels. I feel like I'm wearing lingerie in public, and I don't like wearing it underneath even sweaters and cardigans. I feel like the same thing, it skims over my belly and I feel exposed. And so same thing, I'd like to cut it off at the waist and add a waistband somehow and then wear it, because it's got this really beautiful bias cut and it kind of floats around the legs here, and so I want to keep that and hopefully wear it much more often that way. And so hopefully I will finish these projects soon, because I think that they will be much more useful in my wardrobe as skirts, and I'll be able to wear them during this fall season and feel very fashionable indeed. The last project I would like to present to you is actually a knitting project that I started a few weeks ago, and it is this Carly tee by Knitting for Olive. I bought the yarn at the same time as I bought the pattern on their website, and it's this merino and soft silk yarn that's knitted together in one strand, or two strands in one, which is a technique that I've never tried before, so I'm excited to keep learning. I have had to frog back and start this neckline at least 3 times, but I think it's good now. I'm working on the German short rows now, and it's going okay. But I did get gauge, which is exciting, and I do really love how soft this fabric is that's created with the knitting. It's so cool creating your own fabric, but it is a little bit itchy, so I have very sensitive skin, and that's something I didn't really know with merino, and that's the thing about buying online, is that you don't really know in advance. But I don't understand yarn or fiber when it comes to knitting yet, so I've been buying kits and buying the direct yarn recommendations by the patterns so far, and it's worked for me. And I think that until I understand it better, because I am a beginner knitter, it's the best solution for me, and I'll just wear something underneath it. But I love this soft blue color. Let me show you the yarn again. It's the same soft blue colorway as in the sample photos, and it's recommended for this pattern, and so that's why I chose it. I really love this color. It's really beautiful. And yeah, my last knitting project I cast on last November, and I just finished it a few weeks ago. And it's so expensive that I figure it's a good thing it lasts me a long time, because I do enjoy in the wintertime sitting and watching TV or Netflix and knitting when I'm too tired to sew or when there's just not enough light. And so good thing it lasts me months and months and months, because whew, it's expensive. And so that's what I'm working on this fall season. I think with these 7 projects, that's more than enough to last me. I'm not sure if I'll get to all of them, but I do want to finish those jeans. Even though they're not autumnal, and there's really no reason for me to finish them for my US trip anyway, but I feel like with a deadline, it will motivate me to get into that project, even though it scares me. And I'm sure some of you do the same, so it's a sewing thing. Let me know what you're working on in the fall season in the Northern Hemisphere, or preparing for spring and summer, which I envy, in the Southern Hemisphere. I hope that you're doing well, and I will see you again here soon with another video. Bye-bye.